Welcome to Small Business Big Dreams, where every episode is a new journey into the world of entrepreneurs who are daring to dream big. In this corner of the internet, we're going to celebrate the innovation and the perseverance it takes to turn small ventures into booming successes. These small businesses aren't just places to shop, they're actually hubs of creativity and passion, each with its own amazing story. From the mom and pop shops to the innovative startups, we're going to explore it all. You'll meet the faces behind the brands, hear their stories, and maybe even get inspired to start your own venture. Whether you're a longtime local or new in town, come along with me for the ride and let's celebrate the backbone of our communities one small business at a time. Now let's dream big and spread some love for our local heroes. All right, well, welcome back to another week of Small Business Big Dreams. We are going to go on an adventure today. I am so excited. As always, I have a very good friend of mine sitting across from me this afternoon. I have Megs and Kaster of Moments of Magic by Megs. Did I get that right on the first try?
You sure
did.
I
did. All right. It's such a tongue. Moments of Magic by Megs. Welcome, Megan. Thanks for sitting down with us today.
Hey, howdy. Hey, Eric. Thanks for having me.
All right. So we got Moments of Magic. Give us the elevator pitch. What is that and what do you do?
It is a leisure travel agency specializing in Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruises, and then sprinkle in a little Universal and all-inclusives, all the other cruise lines. Yes, you know, me, near and dear to my heart, Disney.
Yeah. So all things Disney, sprinkle in a little of the dark side in there, as we might call it. So what goes into... All right, I've never worked with a travel agent.
Sure.
And I probably should have. I'm telling you, Jacqueline will probably yell at me that I've never done that. But what's the benefits of having a travel partner or travel planner for a Disney trip?
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, no hurt feelings for never using a travel planner. 90% of people don't. And a lot of people actually question, why should I even use a travel planner? And the first thing that comes to my mind is if you've never been, planning a Disney trip is a lot. There's a lot of ins and outs that a lot of people don't know about. Even if you've been before but haven't been in, say, 10 years, I can tell you, things have changed. So some of the things that I do as a Disney and even just a regular vacation planner is I help you right from the get-go, provide you all of your options based on your requirements, budget, timeline, things like that.
Budget. Yes. Budget. Jacqueline, I'm looking at you. Budget.
Budget's a big one. I always make sure to try to stay within that because that's important. You don't want to give them the Grand Floridian when they give you a little pop century budget. So get their hopes up. But so I go through the whole quoting process, providing them with all of the options. From there, once they give me the thumbs up, I take care of the booking for them. From there, I am kind of their go-to person.
While they're on the trip and stuff?
While they're on the trip,
okay.
While they're planning. I am there to help answer questions, there to help them provide tips, tricks, recommendations. Some of the other things that we do as well is provide with customized and personalized travel itineraries. Because let me tell you, Disney's trips are extremely structured.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yes. And then we have a lot of other just planning tips and tricks that go along with the process. We have a full dining and experiences team. So you don't have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 60 days before your trip to make your dining reservations. Because let me tell you, that's rough.
Oh my God. I think, God, when was the last time I was in Disney? I think I was 15 because I think there was a lot of things that like at the time they were doing like this like Teen World thing and I like couldn't get in or something and it drove me nuts. But like the amount so I think my parents, bless them, that they did use a planner or something because we had all these books and like pamphlets of like where to go, where to be, what time. And like, bless them, like I should have taken note of that. Mom, Dad, I'm sorry. God. Let's rewind in time real quick.
Sure.
How long have you been doing this?
So paid wise, only about 2 years, but I've been doing this for quite some time. I mean, the whole backstory of how it all started is I had a lot of family and friends come to me for tips and tricks. Hey, Megan, I'm going to Disney. What do you recommend? And of course, I'll talk about Disney all day, every day. So I will help them.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, you know what? I should get paid for this.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
by them, but make Disney pay for it.
Oh, wait. Make Disney pay you?
Yes. So one of the biggest perks of using a Disney travel agent or just a travel agent in general is you don't pay us.
Oh, okay. Mind blown. I 100% would have thought I would have paid the travel agents for their to do it all.
No, you don't pay a penny.
A penny. So why don't more people do this?
A lot of people don't realize that you don't have to pay a travel agency fee.
It's free. Make your life easier.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So you're probably wondering, well, Megan, how do you get paid?
Yeah.
You're not doing this for free. So I actually get paid from the vendor themselves. Disney, the cruise line, Universal. When you book directly on their website, they factor in that travel agency fee if you were to just go to disneyworld.com and book.
Seriously?
So, yes. So if you're booking it on your own, you're still paying that travel agency fee. You just don't realize it.
So they're just banking it.
Exactly.
So, okay, that was going to be my next question. If I'm not paying you though, but are the deals the same that I can get if I go online and whatever, buy tickets for whatever, it would be the same through you?
100%. There is no upcharge.
That's crazy.
Nothing.
Oh God, I regret so many travel decisions I've ever made now.
Yes. No, I mean, so many people don't realize that because they're like, okay, there's got to be some fine print.
Yeah.
You're getting money from me somehow, and you're not.
So I totally thought there was some kind of I would say a kickback, but not enough to that's where your money's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to favor this hotel over that hotel because, they're going to give me a $50 for every, so it's not a ton of money, but it's a little something extra. But no, it's totally 100% coming from them to book all that.
100% commission.
Crazy.
So obviously the higher the package, the more I get paid. But I mean,
but that's why you present options, right?
Exactly.
So it's my family vacation, we're going to go to Disney for a week, and it's me and the wife and 3 kids, and our budget's $5,000. And here, okay, these are, you want to spend, 4, this is what you get. If you spend 6, this is what you can get. And here's, cool.
Right.
Oh man.
Right.
Oh.
And that's why I like to make sure that I stay within their budget because I want them to book
with you. Yeah, of course. Yeah. They say I have a $5,000 budget and you start showing me a $10,000 package. I'm going to fight you.
I'd be out the door.
Be gone. Next. Okay. So I want to talk about the amount of times you've been to Disney World.
Oh gosh.
I mean, this is how you got into it though. This is why everyone was coming to you and asking all your tips and tricks.
Right.
It's I'm going to just let it go. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to let you talk.
Yeah, honestly, I am a little embarrassed to say how many times I've been to Disney.
Do you know the exact number?
I don't, to be quite honest with you. When I was younger, I started going to Disney when I was, 2 years old or so. And then every third year, my parents would take me to Disney.
When you were a child?
When I was a child.
Yeah, okay.
We'd go between Mexico and Disney.
Okay.
And then once I graduated high school, my mom and I became pass holders. I became a vacation club member. So kind of in a sense, it's already paid for. So you just find some cheap flights. So since 2016, we probably go about, 4 to 6 times a year.
At least. And I know there was a couple years in there that was definitely significantly more than that.
Yes.
I swear it was every other third week. You're yeah, just a weekend in Disney. I'm wait, what? Weren't you just there? And then you do all the activities too, though. I think you just ran the 5K, 10K, something like that.
Correct. I also do the Run Disney events too. So it's just another excuse to go down there. But you know what? It's experiences for me to be able to go back to you all as my clients and be like, hey, I recommend this. I don't recommend that. Yeah.
And I think working with somebody that's actually been there, so that was kind of one of the thoughts, I think, at some point when a non-Disney travel booking I was working on was would have been right, you're recommending a place that you physically have never been, and you're just reading the same reviews I am.
Right.
Like, I could do this, you know, and it's just like, you haven't eaten those restaurants or, you know, like something like that. But
exactly.
That is, God, I am still kind of flusteredly embarrassed that I totally thought it cost like the service, like what we had to pay as like the traveler. Yeah. Traveler. So I'm literally embarrassed.
But like I said, that's why I mentioned it, because so many people don't realize
like, that should be like
free.
big, bold, and underlined on like all of your like social media, like every other day. Hey, by the way, I'm free.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm free. My services are free. Free. Wasn't there some commercial that free?
Yeah. You know what? That inspires me for my Instagram post for tonight. I
There you
am
go.
going to post, hello, I'm free. My services are free.
Oh God, the innuendos I can make on that right now. That is hilarious. Okay, so I love my favorite part of this job, being on the podcast host, is playing devil's advocate. Why should I work with you over other Disney travel planners?
Yes. Well, let me tell you, since COVID, the travel agency market has blown up. It is a very oversaturated market, travel agencies. And
why? What happened? Like, what caused that, like, massive influx?
Because it's just a little side gig that people do. You don't have to go through crazy interview processes. You don't have to do background checks. Because
you just work as much or as little as you want.
Exactly.
Kind of
it's like a contractor position. So people just do it on the side to pay for their vacations. Some people do it full time. But no, it has gotten very saturated. And one of the things that sets me apart from other agencies is, as I had mentioned earlier, is I have a whole team of people that sit behind me. I have a dining and experiences team. I have a team that is preparing study hall materials. We provide materials that just explain what is all the different Disney lingo? What does this mean? How do I do this? What do I do?
Or the 17 different passes I think Disney has now. It's like fast pass this and
exactly.
Yeah.
We do bi-weekly seminars that are live, that are conducted by actual Disney travel agents, that will go over what is their fast pass or now their lightning lane program. How does it work?
Oh, it totally even changed. That's how disconnected I am.
Yes.
See, that tells you how much I know. Damn.
We also have seminars on Disney has an app that teaches you how to use the app when you're down there. So I mean, just having the army of team members behind me providing all of this content for all of our travelers is huge. I mean, I'm a one-man shop. I can't do all this digital work.
Why can't you do it all? I mean, come on.
I wish I could. So that's a big area that sets us apart, is just having that team of army of agents behind us.
That's actually really cool. Then now can they like, are you able to like, how do I ask this? Like, if custom stuff, like, you know, my particular, like, hey, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and they build something out around that for you? Or is it like, okay, that's awesome.
Absolutely. Everything is customizable. What I like to tell my clients is you're in the driver's seat. You tell me what you want, and I am going to help you make that come true.
On a budget.
On a budget, of course. Of
on
course.
My budget. On the budget that we set for this trip. Okay.
Yep.
Now, okay, I'm going to just take this. I'm going to just ask all the dumb questions now, since I'm like, can't believe still that your services are free. Oh my God. Now, do you include like booking the like all the stuff to get to Disney too, like flights and stuff like that?
I don't book flights, but we do provide assistance with getting you from the airport to your resort.
Okay.
Yes.
Fair. Yeah. And the flight thing's a whole different beast in itself too.
Yes.
And I mean, they've made it so easy for that.
Absolutely.
Cool. So are you doing this full time? Ish?
I'm hoping to eventually do it full time. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
I mean, like I said, it's a saturated market. So just
breaking into there. Yeah.
Exactly. Marketing. So if you see my business cards posted around at local Starbucks,
hey, we've
anywhere.
talked about it many, many, many times on this podcast. Is marketing is the hardest part.
100%.
Everyone, people are experts in their areas, but then they have to realize how much time and effort they need to spend getting their name out there, and that's a whole nother job in itself.
Right.
Oh my God.
Right. Well, and I get a lot of people too who I talk with, and they're frequent Disney goers as well, and they're like, sorry I didn't go through you. I booked it directly by myself. And I'm like, look, just let me make your hotel reservation. Just let me make the booking for you. Mm-hmm. You can fully control what you do from there. If you want to make all your dining reservations, go for it. You can. I don't have to do everything, but what you want me to do, I can do for you.
So I'd be annoying. I'm like, book this, and I don't want to hear about it. Just get it done. Thanks.
Yep. No, and you know what? I love planning my own Disney vacations, and what I always like to joke around with is it's really nice to continue to plan Disney vacations, but spend somebody else's money.
Yes. Yeah, you and Jacqueline would get along great on that. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about where do I want to go? There's a couple different. My brain right now is still burning from the fact that the service is free. No, and Megan is not paying me to say this 100 times over. I still am flabbergasted because the amount of work that goes into planning these, and Disney specifically, because I know there is a ton of logistical stuff and things are constantly changing. Like I didn't even know it's not even called FastPass anymore. That's how out of touch I am.
Yes.
But how do you keep? Obviously, you go a lot, but there's like when you go, you don't get to do everything. It's just impossible, right?
Right.
So how do you keep yourself educated on all the changes? Does Disney have a system set up for you guys?
Yes.
To know what's changed, what's come and gone, and all that stuff?
Yes. Yeah. So, I go frequently and every time I go, I try to do one brand new experience.
Okay.
Everyone's like, haven't you done everything? No. Every time whether it's a new restaurant, a new show, I try to do one new thing. But in terms of things that I haven't done, I've got a group of other Disney lovers that I'll ask, hey, has anybody done this? And they'll help me with that. We have an online Disney travel agents portal that has a ton of marketing tools.
Yeah.
And then Instagram. I follow so many different pages and just keeping up with the times of new rides, new shows, new restaurants, and
your Disney influencers and all that stuff.
Oh yeah. I'll admit I was up till 11:30, quarter to 12 on Saturday. They had a big expo about the future of the Disney parks.
Oh, I caught clips about that.
Yes.
Some of that stuff. Yeah.
Yes. And my husband, Andrew, it's like, I'm going to bed at 9:30. My daughter was asleep. My husband was asleep. My dog's asleep. And there I was on the couch watching this parks panel till 11:30. But you know what? Some really exciting things that are coming out.
The big one that I caught my attention is a villain park they're going to do.
They're going to make a villain's land. Yes.
Give us the inside scoop. What do you know about this?
So they only revealed a few details on it, but they did mention that they're adding 2 rides. They haven't said if they're going to be thrill rides, kid friendly. I'm sure it'll be a mix of both.
Okay.
A new restaurant and shops.
Of course, you got to spend your money.
Oh,
of course.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that's a huge one. And then my personal favorite is they're going to build a suspended roller coaster for Monsters, Inc. You know the door scene?
Where the different doors are on the conveyor belt. Not conveyor belt, but the hanging, almost like a dry cleaner thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you're going to be on a suspended coaster going through that.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
That actually sounds pretty cool.
Yes. So my mom being the avid Disney lover like I am, I texted her, I said, 2027 cannot come soon enough.
Oh, is that when it opens?
It's 2020.
That's actually pretty quick because that's a whole new park there. So is it taking over something or are they extending?
They're expanding.
Jeez. That place just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Yes.
All right. Very, very important question.
Yes.
What's your favorite Disney movie?
Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, that was without hesitation. Okay. All right. What's your favorite newer Disney movie? Like late 2000s, let's say.
I would probably have to say, ooh, that's tough.
Good, not good. I'm making you think about it. There, I feel better now.
I really like Moana.
Okay. Jacqueline really likes Moana. She likes singing along with Moana.
Yes. Yes.
I'm a through and through Cars guy myself.
They're building the Cars area.
I saw that. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll go as an adult. I've never been out there as an adult.
We need to change that.
Yeah.
I know somebody
I want to
that
drink
would be
through
happy
Epcot.
to go
I haven't
with
done
you
that.
guys.
You show us around.
Yep.
Talk about service.
VIP tour guide, except for I just can't help you cut the lines. But
oh man, I bet Disney would take enough money. I bet there's a way, but I couldn't afford that either. No.
Yes. Yes.
There's always a price.
Yes, there is.
Is it true that there's an actual room in Magic Kingdom you can rent?
No, so you cannot rent it. It is, back in the day, they used to give away a night stay in Cinderella's castle. I don't know what's happening with that nowadays. Okay. I don't know if they're still randomly giving it. I haven't really heard anything, so who knows?
Do you have any hot takes on Disney? Anything that you were like disappointed that they did? Rattle the listeners.
That's a good question. You kind of stumped me on that one.
All right, I'll let you think about that one.
Okay.
As a Disney planner, we'll focus on this. What has been the biggest challenges for you doing that role?
To be honest with you, is
there's something out there.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of it. You really got me.
All right, is there anything you would have done differently in the last 2 years?
I would say the hardest part of it, honestly, is going back to the whole marketing. I mean, just really putting myself out there in what makes me different from other planners that are out there today.
Yeah.
I mean, the world of social media it's
powerful.
It's very powerful, and just coming up with content and things like that. Yeah. And it's like, am I boring people with what I have that I'm posting? And, I've talked with others and people are like, you know what? If people don't like what they're seeing or don't care, they're going to unfollow you. They're never going to book with you anyways.
Yeah.
So
my big thing I always tell people is like, as long as you're being genuine to your content, like always post it.
Yes.
Like, maybe you don't get as many likes or views or whatever, but like just be constant about it and be constantly genuine about who you want to be in that market.
Right. And
it will come. Because once you start either forcing it or faking it, everyone can tell. Mm-hmm. And then you're dead in the water as it is, and even if it's just a 30-second clip on something like, hey, like something from the panel you watched, and just, and then you can post a couple different times on different thoughts, and just your total opinion on things. And there's always going to be people who don't agree with you and people who do agree with you.
Right.
And always. It's no matter what.
Right.
And the more you try to appease the group, you end up watering down who you are, and then you get nowhere.
Right.
So yeah, hot take. My hot take. That's not really a hot take. That's really not a hot take at all. But constantly posting. That is the biggest thing, and it's so hard. It's a lot of work.
Well, and the hard part is too, is just coming up with unique and creative content. I mean, you see all these ideas out there and you want to set yourself apart from other people. Dare to be different.
You are the separation though.
Right.
I always tell people don't overthink it, because it just don't. The most genuine off-the-cuff videos are the ones that always you're like, that's the one that blows up. 100%. It was 11 o'clock at night. I've been up for 20 hours.
Yes.
I was super frustrated. I can't believe Disney's doing this, and this is my thoughts, and now I'm going to bed. Yep. And then you'll wake up in the morning and it has 1.5 million views, and you're like, holy shit.
That's exactly one of my first reels that I posted. I'm in this whole competition with a couple other agents, and so I have to post multiple times during the day, during the week, and I was late at night, 11 o'clock. I didn't know what to post. I'm scrolling through my photos and I'm like, here's a funny one. My dad knows how to talk like Donald Duck. I'm going to share this on my post.
How did I not know this?
Surprise.
Oh my God, I'm going to go. I have to. Man.
But I'm like, all right, I'm just going to post it out there. He's probably going to hate me for it, but tough love. And, it blew up.
Yeah.
And then the one that I posted at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon had like nothing.
There's no rhyme or reason.
No.
I've tried times and days and short and long and, off the cuff and scripted. Honestly, there's no rhyme or reason.
No.
And then these companies, the Instagram, the TikTok, they keep changing the algorithm. So you're always fighting it.
Yes.
Always.
Yep. Absolutely.
Was curious, and I usually start with this: is the moments of magic? Was there a story behind that, or is there?
Yeah, well, not necessarily. So, when I was kind of starting it up, my husband and I were just spitballing names. I mean, I wanted a name that had a little bit of a Disney touch, but didn't scream Disney because while Disney is my specialty, I do have the ability to book other things.
Yeah.
And so just putting that little touch of magic, you can put touches of magic on Universal anything. So, and I wanted to keep it with the M's.
A lot of M's in there.
A lot of M's.
Moments of Magic by Megs.
Yes.
God.
So.
But then I thought about it too. Your Moments of Magic, it's abbreviated as MOM.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I always do that. So when I was like super I've started a couple different things like the Jeep Club, the podcast. The letter abbreviation always is one of the first things I check because I will not put this in recording, but one of the first Jeep Club names, the abbreviation was a really bad word. I was like, I need to redo this. Well, and I'm really glad I caught it before I just went with it and ran with it. And it was like, but I also am really particular on for Small Business Big Dreams, what that would look like in a logo, SBBD. And I was like, these companies I always interview, I always what mom? Here's his mom.
Yep. Well, Disney's pretty good on some of their acronyms too. They have, they've got a ride, Alien Swirling Saucers. Shorten that down to the Ass Ride. And then they've got the Festival of the Arts that people call iFarts.
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
Yes. So
do you think it's intentional so that people talk about it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't put it past it. That's a Disney move. Well, they got way better as the years growing. There was definitely adult humor and stuff when we were kids, but they took it to a whole new level of entertaining adults more so and letting the kids actually just be the supplement to it, because it's obviously we're the ones paying for everything.
100%.
We need to be there for hours on end. So if we're enjoying it, and so if we find humor in the word ass or farts,
yeah,
all right,
it's more power to them. Right? Yeah, exactly.
Because we're a mature group,
and that's the whole thing too. I mean, people were criticizing adults only going down to the parks, and I mean, I have clients that come back to me and ask, isn't this just kind of a kid's place? And I mean, no, it's not. I mean, I went to Disney many times before having my daughter, and there's so much to do for adults. And I mean, like you mentioned, Epcot, drinking around the world.
My God, I want to do
so
that.
many people are so against it. And it's you know what? The adults are the ones that are paying for these vacations.
Yeah.
They can enjoy. And I'm sorry if this hurts people's feelings, but if you have a problem with it, then don't go to that park.
Hot take. There we go. I knew there was going to be one. Love it.
Yes. I mean, I have seen some people way overserved at Epcot and being escorted out.
I mean, that's just anywhere. I mean, not Disney. That doesn't have to be Disney. It's let's act responsible.
Yes.
But drinking in the world, I think, yes, absolutely. But to your point, I think there's two dramatically different sides of Disney, and especially from the stuff I've read. And you can go and you can go and learn about 3D animation as a family in the kid version, and then I've seen where it's clearly an adult, more mature, advanced type stuff. You can go golfing. There's all kinds of stuff where it's you're not feeling like you're in Disney World as like a kid park.
Right.
And I know it's doable. I just haven't done it yet.
Yes. And, going back to the whole Disney thing too, it's like, Disney's all over the world too. I mean, they not only have their theme parks internationally, but they also have properties in Hilton Head, South Carolina.
Really?
Vero Beach, which is like an hour and a half outside of Orlando, right on the beach. And then my favorite is Hawaii. They actually have a resort in Oahu.
I was going to say, don't they have their own island too somewhere? Or did?
That is part of their cruise line.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. So, I mean, those are all properties too that I've actually visited and have the ability to book those as well.
Have you done any of the international ones?
I have not yet. No.
Oh, come on.
I was supposed to go to Paris, Disneyland Paris in 2020, and then everybody knows what happened there.
There was a Disneyland Japan, right?
Correct. There is Paris, there is Hong Kong, Shanghai, Tokyo. And I've heard Tokyo by far is the best international one. It's on my bucket list, but
that Southeast Asian area really likes their Disney.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, they do.
International. I've totally forgot about that.
Yes.
Disney Paris. Huh.
Yeah, and some of the agents that I work with, they have been to the international parks. So it's like, if somebody reaches out and says, "Hey, I want to go to Tokyo," I'm not going to say, "Sorry, I can't help you." We have the ability to work with other agents, or I will give them as a lead to somebody else. And hey, I trust they'll be able to help you. And
it's fair. You at least let you work with somebody who's physically been there. Right?
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Where out of all the international ones, which one do you want to go to most?
Tokyo.
Yeah. Tokyo in general sounds incredible.
Yes.
What's your least favorite park?
Man.
At Disney World.
I used to always say it was Animal Kingdom.
Really?
But that is my husband's favorite. And so I gave it a second chance. And while I would say it's still my least favorite, I still love it.
Is that where they built? Did they do the Avatar in?
Yes.
Is it cool? Have you seen it yet?
Amazing.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's a dumb question. Of course you've seen
it. It is amazing.
Yeah.
It's
I love Avatar.
I personally have never seen it.
You've never seen the movies?
I'd have to start at like 12 o'clock to watch the movie because there's no way I could stay
up that
late.
Jacqueline doesn't like them at all.
Really?
Yeah.
They're coming out with another one.
I know. The second one was okay. I wasn't wowed. I was expecting to be more wowed, but I think I went with such a high expectation, and I think that really hurt it for me. So I'm just going to kind of go like whatever for the third one, and whatever happens, happens.
Sure.
But Cars hasn't let me down yet. So.
No.
There are definitely better cars than others, but they haven't let me down quite yet. Let's see. What do we want to talk about next? Okay, what do you... I mean...
I can go back to some of the planning things.
Yeah. Let's lead the way.
Yeah. So one of the big things, too, that I offer to my clients is Disney is constantly releasing discounts on their packages. And
I like discounts.
Oh, don't we all? And one of the things that I do as an agent for my clients is anytime that I hear that a discount is going to be released, I wake up at the butt crack of dawn on the day that the discount is being offered, and I will try to change your travel reservation to reflect the discounted pricing.
No shit.
You don't have to ask me to do it. I do it automatically. If I'm able to do it, I'll email you back saying, "Hey, Eric, I was able to save you $800 on your resort reservation."
Oh, God.
If it's not available, sometimes what I'll do, I shouldn't say sometimes, what I will do is provide you other options that are available at a discounted price. Some clients take that opportunity to switch resorts and save money, or some are like, you know what? I'm able to save $800. Let's spend that $800 and upgrade ourselves over to the Grand Floridian.
Ooh.
So
okay, I like where this is going. Yeah,
yes.
roll it into something else.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
So I mean, I know saving money for everyone is great because it's one of my favorite things to do is trying to find areas to cut the spend. So if I'm able to save my clients money and prove that I'm looking out for them and their pocket, I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Well, and again, like you said, like trying to just find this information sometimes it's not super easy. Because depending on how you're looking at Disney, I mean, you may not even come across it. It might not be part of how you booked it, or once it's after you booked, you're never going to look again.
Right.
So it's like, why would I even know about it? It's like, I booked it in March. We're going in November. Great. I'm not going to look at anything until November.
Yeah. Why would I go back on their website and start pricing out other hotels?
Yeah.
Another thing that we do as well is I will call and put in room requests. You don't want to be sitting on your balcony looking at a parking lot or a roof of another building. Man. So what I or a team behind me will do is call Disney. We'll wait the hour on the phone and we'll put in specific room requests.
Okay.
And be like, hey, we want this room number, or can you put them on this floor? Or even ask for connecting rooms. One of my clients had, there was 3 of them. I asked for them to all be right next to each other. And sure enough, while Disney can't guarantee it, they'll do their best. And sure enough, my client had all 3 rooms right next to each other just by picking up the call. I only think 2 of them connected.
I think that's the duo thing. Yeah.
But, not having to wait on the phone. You guys having to wait on the phone. And
my most valuable thing is my time. So if there's anything that's wasting it, it's like I get very judgy when it's like, all right, if I'm going to be on the phone for an hour to save $15 or like deal with a return, like I'm not going to do it. Mm-mm. I have other things I want to do, and I'm not. So, because you can't get back my time.
No.
That is the crazy. Yeah. So, no. I will get your free services to let you use your time.
Yes, please do. I will listen to It's a Small World on repeat for an hour while I sit on hold for
that sounds like
anybody.
Torture. It sounds like torture. Is that right? Still around? Is it still around?
Oh, it sure is.
Yeah. I guess it's like an OG. Like, it's just one of those things that just it's going to keep on kicking.
That was my favorite ride as a kid. I think I made my parents ride that 7 times in a row one time.
So much. For the record, I know her parents very well, and we party a lot. So yes. I'm not just like jamming her up.
And yeah, my dad, now that he's got a granddaughter, he goes, great, now we got to go through this all over again.
Oh, he loves it.
He does. He'll do it for his granddaughter.
Yeah. Oh, they were so great with your daughter last weekend.
Yes.
That was so cute.
Yes.
I digress. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm just throwing random quips in here. What else? Did you have any other things around planning and what you do? And
another big thing that I offer for my clients as well is I'm here 24/7 for assistance. I give my clients my personal cell phone number.
Bold move, Cotton.
Yes, and I will work with you at 11 o'clock at night. I was working one Friday night at 11 o'clock at night.
Like, what calls for that? Like, why?
It wasn't a call, thankfully. It was just doing trip customization, preparing their travel itineraries.
Were they leaving like the next morning?
They were leaving in like a week.
Why 11 o'clock at night, though?
Because I love what I do.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Spoken like a true entrepreneur. All right. I love it.
No, I love what I do. And I want everybody to have the most magical time. I am going to help them and plan their trip as if it was my own. I want them to feel that magic. There's a tagline right there that you just got it. Yes, I want them to feel that magic, feel that love from me, and like I said, it's a lot to plan a Disney trip, and it's overwhelming, and I don't want anybody being overwhelmed. I want them to be excited. You want to remember the trip, not hate the trip or stress the trip. Yes. It's the because I know some of these families, they only maybe get to do it once or twice in their entire life, right? And it's like they're spending something they've been saving for years to go, and it's like the last thing you want is to walk into a restaurant and they don't have a reservation, or you go to their hotel room and there's only 1 bed when there was supposed to be 2, and it's like
and they feel like they've spent a fortune, which it is a fortune. Don't get me wrong. Disney's not cheap.
It is not
I don't
cheap.
care how rich you are. Disney is not cheap.
No.
So I've got a horrible image in my head of like a travel agent, like from the 1990s, like of this walking in and like a really bad like bobble like Hulu girl, and like so you don't have a physical. You're virtual.
I'm
right?
fully remote. Yes, in my home. Yes.
Like I'm just picturing all these 90s movies of travel agents.
Yes. No. I mean, and you probably one of those visions may be walking into a travel agency and it's just a wall of brochures of all the different destinations.
Yeah.
My office kind of looks like that with park maps.
I mean, Disney is so much stuff. Yeah.
Yes, park maps and cruise deck guides and things like that, because I actually send all of that to my clients before they travel. They will get a physical park map in the mail so they can take a look at it before they actually get on the plane.
Yeah, because I mean, you need to plan out the day too. Like, because isn't there like a science about the route of like making the best out of your day too? Like I knew you would know. Yeah.
Yes.
She's shaking her head vigorously yes at me. Like, you do not go that way. You're wasting your time. No. Like, you go this route and then you check there and then you go here.
Yes. Like, no, there is a science to it. So, I mean, you're putting on 20 to 30,000 steps a day. I mean, the last thing you want to do is walk from one end to the other, back to that end that you were just at.
Just to get back, yeah.
Yes, and that is part of the services. I will provide a full list of recommendations, where to start, what to start with, and moving forward.
I'm guessing too, like there's probably like a level of recommendation, like based on like you have 2 toddlers or you have 2 like 8-year-olds or you have 2 like 12-year-olds, whatever, teenagers, like what to do and not to do based on that too.
Yep, absolutely. I've got full lists of recommendations for what to do with kids, what to do if you're celebrating something special. Another big thing is allergies. Anybody that has allergies, I have a ton of guides about Disney with allergies. If you're vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free, egg-free, dairy. Yeah. Disney is does extremely well with dietary restrictions.
That's incredible.
For anybody that ever is concerned about going to a restaurant, you can put your mind at ease when going to Disney. I personally, no one in my family has any food allergies, but I witness it at restaurants, and the chef will come out to your table, give you recommendations. They will even make you a special meal.
That's incredible.
If you're worried about an allergy.
Well, we know where we can take Logan then. Seafood allergy, and his dad opens a seafood restaurant. I mean, come on. No, I've always heard Disney has been like absolutely fantastic with like inclusivity and anything, right? Our family were really big with working with SMA, as you know. And they do a lot of their big annual meetup because all the kids usually have, different medical issues, immune system issues, and Disney does such a great job, whether it's from wheelchair accessibility, medical needs to, food, all of that. It's just unbelievable how above and beyond they go for all of that.
Yes. And with that whole accessibility thing too, that's another service that I'm able to provide too. I mean, if somebody does need a wheelchair or even a stroller, you want to rent a stroller, you don't want to bring your own, I'll arrange all of that for you and have it dropped off at your hotel so you don't have to worry about renting it or lugging it along with you.
Do you work with hotel? Like, isn't there a difference with a hotel that's on Disney and off Disney? Do you work with both?
Yes, I do work with both. Yes. Staying on Disney, obviously, you're getting more perks. You get early entry into the parks.
Oh, really? Ooh,
every day,
for me alone.
30 minutes. It doesn't sound like a lot, but we
get you 30 minutes ahead of the crowd.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Knock out a ride or two, depending on what you're going for.
Yeah.
And then some of the resorts, of course, the more expensive ones, you get extra evening hours. You get 2 hours extra in the parks at night.
That's
the way to go, especially for adults, because usually all the kids are in bed.
Yep.
And that's when you go crank out the roller coasters.
Well, between that and the sun's down, I'm not melting.
Yes.
Gosh.
Yes.
But I've heard some of the night stuff at Disney is getting like way cooler with like just the lights and the presentation and the vibe.
Really
it's just
pretty.
really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And going back to that whole heat thing too, is melting in the sun, is I oftentimes get asked, when is the best time of year to go?
Oh, here we go. Pro tip incoming.
And, to be completely honest with you, there's really no good answer for that nowadays. I mean, it used to be before Christmas, used to be January, February. Times have changed. And to be honest with you, you're probably going to roll your eyes at me, but one of the best times to go is June, July, and August.
Oh, I just rolled and they just rolled all the way around.
And you're probably thinking you're nuts. It's hotter than blazes.
All the kids are out of school. It's 100,000 degrees in Orlando.
Yes. Well, people don't want to be in that heat, especially the locals.
Okay.
So you're not getting bombarded with all the locals, and ride times are low.
Really?
You go in the morning, you knock out some rides, go back to your resort, hang by the pool, and then go back at nighttime when things start cooling down. So
does prices reflect that going?
Kind of.
Not so much. Okay.
Not so much. I don't get a lot of people that go in the summer, so that just kind of goes to show you that it is a quieter time of year.
Yeah.
So, it really just depends. 4th of July, no, they're going to raise the price because they do an awesome fireworks show. But, no, I would definitely say summer is a good time to go. And then between Thanksgiving and Christmas, because, Christmas is my favorite holiday, and why not spend the holidays at my favorite place on the world? Right? So...
When we were a kid, I was a kid. We used to go the week after Thanksgiving because it was dead.
It still is
so dead. Like we would be coming in Orlando, and like all the people leaving Orlando because we'd come in that Saturday or Sunday after Thanksgiving, and it was packed for leaving, and we'd be like the only one. It felt like something almost like apocalyptic. Like everyone was out, and we were like the only ones going in. Like, did we miss like the memo or something? Like,
right.
But it was beautiful. Like, minutes on ride. Sometimes there was times I would get on what's that? Space Mountain, and they would just let us go again. It was incredible. It was like, there's no line. You guys want to just go again? Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Now it's so much I hear doesn't happen.
They don't do it as much anymore. I did hear somebody there just the other week that said that that was able to happen for them.
Really?
Yes. On a fairly new ride too. So, if you're willing to brave the heat, summer is...
Let's see. Where's my weather app? I'm going to look right now. What is the temperature?
And just so you know, too, it's full on Halloween down there now, too.
Already?
Wait,
it's August, right? Like, I didn't fall and hit my head and pass out for 3 months.
Yeah, no. Their first Halloween party was last week.
All right, so currently, right now, it is 4 p.m. Monday. Well, it would be 5 o'clock in Orlando. It is 90 degrees. It is going to be in 90s all week in Orlando, but the park's empty. So if you guys want to get out there and avoid the lines, but a lot of the lines too for a lot of these rides are like partially inside,
correct?
Too. So it's not like you're totally. Obviously the walks to certain things sometimes can be long, but.
Yeah, you're not standing in that heat.
In the direct sun most of the time. God, kind of, I don't know, it's summertime Orlando. Jacqueline would love it. She loves to cook, but.
I did it once.
Only once?
I've only done it once, and in July, the end of July, and it was rough. I'm not going to lie.
You have to like that heat, man.
You sure do.
And I guess, too, like, if we're going as just adults, like we're not lugging tons of stuff around, right? Like we don't have strollers. We're not going to have baby bags and backpack with a bag carrier backpack kid thing. And I guess if I'm gonna drink around Epcot, hey, why not? All right, twist my arm. I'm sold. I'm
Perfect.
gonna go. If somebody wants to work with you, what's the best way for them to like get started? Should they have anything in mind? Can you start with them from scratch? And how did they get a hold of you?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I am always accepting new clients. Again, Disney, Universal, all-inclusives. I love Disney, but I don't just specialize. I know there are other vacation destinations besides Disney. But I am on Instagram and Facebook as Moments of Magic by Megs. I also can be emailed momentsofmagicbymegs@gmail.com. All I ask is just provide what you're looking for, any details that you have, and I will work with you from there.
All right. So I'm planning a Disney trip. What would be like a decent budget? Like what should I kind of like ballpark to at least minimum, right? Like if I'm going to start saving up for my family and taking them, like where should I be at?
Okay. So, it really depends how many days you want to go and the number of people. I will share. I did one time plan a 4-night, 5-day trip for a family of 7, and I was actually able to keep them around $5,000.
4 nights for 7 people. How many of them were kids? What's the mix on that?
There was 2 adults, 5 children, 12, 11, 9, 5, and 1.
That is a family right there. Bless their souls.
Yes. Yeah. So around 5,000. I would say I have quoted families of 4 for around 3,500.
Okay.
And that was at what they call a moderate resort.
Okay.
It's not your cheapest one, but it's not your Grand Floridian.
Yeah,
so I would say anywhere safe between 3,500 would be the minimum amount for like a 5-night stay.
So I want to asterisk this, right? Because this doesn't include flights, and it doesn't include like your daily spending, like your food or drinks and stuff like that. Okay.
Yep. So that would only include the hotel and theme park tickets.
Yeah,
correct. Okay. Disney also offers what is called a dining plan, which allows you to kind of make your reservation a all-inclusive. It is a $95 per adult per day charge.
Wait, hang on. $95 a day per adult.
And then that gives you one sit-down meal, which will include a entree, a dessert, a drink. Yes, adults. That does include an alcoholic beverage.
I was going to say, like what, like a Coca-Cola?
Yes, no, you can get a beer, you can get a wine.
Bring me my yardstick.
Yes, and that even goes for Magic Kingdom. That does not sell alcohol.
I did not know that.
Only in their restaurants. They do not sell alcohol in the streets, Magic Kingdom.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
So, so that the dining plan gets you that sit down. It also gives you what's called a quick service, which is just you go to a window, get a burger, chicken tenders, and a drink, alcohol included.
Like fast food kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And then you get a snack. And then you also get a refillable mug that you can use at your resorts and get coffee, pop.
Not anything non-alcoholic, basically.
Exactly. For the entire time of your stay.
Okay.
So it sounds like a lot, but then what we like to do is then when you go to these restaurants, you have the dining plan, you just use your credits. You're going to order that most expensive thing on the menu. My husband ordered
let's go.
Yes, a bison. My husband ordered bison. He goes, I've never had it, but he goes, it's the most expensive thing on the menu. I'm going for it.
Yeah, if
I already paid for it
to do it. Yeah, right.
Yes. So that is an addition that you can add on as well. And then, of course, they have what's called a memory maker, which it is an additional fee that will allow you to download and keep all of the photos that Disney cast members take for you. So moms that are never in the picture, Disney will use their professional cameras, take your photos. They'll be in your Disney app, and you can download them.
Cool.
There's ride photos. You can get all your ride photos. So that first time your kid's on a roller coaster.
That's something I would get suckered in on that one because,
it's a great perk.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing you want. You know, as a family, you spend a lot of money on this trip. You spend a lot of time together, and you want those memories, right?
Right.
Like, those magic moments.
Right. Yes. Yeah. And I mean, mom's always the one that gets cut out of the picture. And then it's just weird asking, hey, can you take a picture for my family? Yeah. You just walk up
and then they end up like taking like, or you do, and then it's like a weird photo or like somebody's cropped out or something.
Exactly.
Like, I blinked. Yeah.
Yeah. That even happens when my family member takes photos. They crop me out of photos. I look back at a photo. Actually, your sister-in-law, Chelsea, was with me, and we were at a dinner with a character, and I'm looking back at the pictures. I'm like, thanks, Dad. You just totally didn't include me in on the picture.
Oh, that's brutal.
So, yes, use those Disney cast members to take your pictures because family members will cut you out.
Oh, man. Is there kind of like a rule of thumb of like, I know most people are probably planning these trips pretty far out, but like a minimum, like you should be at least 6-9 months out or even maybe longer, depending what you're looking to do.
So I would recommend personally at least 60 days in advance. And the reason I say that is because that's when your dining window opens. And
when you mean dining window, like the reservations for
yes,
certain
when you can book your dining reservations.
Gotcha. Okay,
yes.
Gotcha.
And some of the good restaurants go quick. So you want to make sure that you tell us what you want, where you want to eat, so we can book it for you ahead of time. So I recommend at least 60 days. But I would say average people most book about 4 to 5 months in advance.
Yeah.
Some book a year in advance. It's really just dependent on
the preference, time. How much of a planner are you?
Exactly. And right now,
work schedule. Can you even know that far in advance?
Right. Right now Disney is currently has openings through October of 2025 open right now. They released that back in February.
Almost a year and a half out. Okay.
Yes. So.
Wow. I mean, to your point, some of these people need to plan and know and save up for those days.
Yes.
And, I was gonna ask you, what are some of the hottest restaurants right now in Disney?
Some of the hottest restaurants, I would say, are a place called Ohana. It is at Disney's Polynesian Resort. It is a family style. I wouldn't call it barbecue, but it's like a Hawaiian barbecue. They grill a bunch of meats. It's family style. They bring the meats to your table. It's chicken, steak, and shrimp. And then they also bring you family style plates of noodles that are out of this world. Pot stickers, chicken wings, vegetables. They bring you bread.
All kinds of stuff.
And then they bring you the best dessert on property, a banana bread pudding. It is so good.
That's awesome.
But by the time you eat all that food, you're too full
done
to
anyway.
eat.
Yep.
Yes. That is definitely a very popular one. Another very popular one is it's called California Grill. It is on top of the Contemporary, which is one of Disney's first hotel properties, and you actually get to you can see Magic Kingdom while you're eating dinner. And if you're late enough, you can even watch the fireworks from there, and they'll pipe in the music. They'll do that at Ohana as well.
No shit. Awesome.
Yes.
That actually sounds real. I would do that just for the views. I mean, God, and the food's good.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure the Polynesian Hotel is the one we always stayed at when we went to Disney.
It's one of my favorites. It is pricey, but.
Well, thanks, Mom and Dad. It was a fun hotel. Because they also, there's all kinds of stuff now, but they had like this, I want to call it like daycare, for lack of a better word, or like a kid zone. Like my parents got to leave us with like Disney people, and like they arranged games, and like we had a video game competition, all kinds of stuff. While our parents got to go and like do a little bit, like have a date night in Disney. Mm-hmm. And it was like so cool. And had so much fun there.
Yeah, unfortunately, they don't have that at the Polynesian anymore. However, they do have services that actually, I don't remember the exact name of the service, but it is basically you hire a nanny for the couple hours, and these nannies will either come to the parks with you. So then you don't have to worry about, oh, my kids don't want to go on the roller coaster. One person has to sit out while the other person rides. They'll stay with your kids and your whole family while you're at the parks. Some people will even...
Are these Disney employees?
No.
They're like third party.
No, they're just like third party, like care.com or whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
Some of them will even leave their kids at the resort with these nannies, and then the adults go to the wherever for a date
time
night.
With themselves. Yeah,
exactly.
Get 18 holes in or something.
Yeah. I know a couple of people who've used it and they really like it, but I have a little bit of trust issues still with other kids, people watching my kids.
Yeah, when I always say it takes the second kid. Everyone's always told me, like, the first kid you're protected all hell, and then by the time the second kid, here, take him.
Yeah,
I'm
please.
good. Just here. Oh no, he'll be fine. Here, you got him, right? Yeah, cool. I'm gone. I know we talked a lot about Disney. I know that's like your main focus, but was there anything about like Universal or just anything outside of the Disney space that we should talk about?
I mean, I don't have as much to talk about for the other ones. I mean, planning wise, it's the exact same as Disney.
Yeah.
I'm there for the whole process to answer questions, the quoting process, the planning process, the help along the way. But
I know I had a curiosity question. Does Disney have probably some absurd price if it's available, but like an all-inclusive where I just like here's some money and I just don't have to worry about food or drink or anything?
No.
Dang.
No.
Yeah, there's probably sort of.
Not necessarily. They do have what's called magic bands. That's kind of like your key to the world. And with these magic bands, you can charge to your room. Which eventually will just end up on your credit card. So you're not, you're not because I won't think
I'm spending. I'm just like,
just tap everything.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, it's like it's not money. Oh, that all of a sudden it is real money.
Yes. Once you get that final bill, you want to shred it. What we'll do sometimes is we'll just charge everything, and then before going check out, you brought a bunch of Disney gift cards. Go down to the front desk and use your gift cards to pay off some of your bill. Because if anybody is a Target Red Card holder or a Sam's Club member, stock up on those gift cards.
Because there's like $50 gift cards for like $40 or something like that.
Yes, you get 5% off at Target, and then Sam's Club just does you get $500 in gift cards for like $475 or something like that.
Yeah, anything. Discount's a discount.
Yeah.
But pro tip, I have a pro tip for you though. Do not buy Disney Plus gift cards.
No.
You heard that story?
Yes, I sure did.
God. So for those that didn't catch story of this, some family, I think it was that the grandparents bought gift cards for the family. They were going to Disney World, and they bought like thousands and thousands of dollars of gift cards for Disney Plus, the streaming application, the TV service stuff that Disney offers. They're not good at Disney World or Disneyland. I forget which one they were going to. Fortunately, the story went insanely viral. Disney did catch wind of it and worked with the family and made it all right and fixed it because gift cards are non-returnable. So, just make sure you're not buying those Disney Plus cards.
Just look for Mickey or Anna and Elsa on the gift card and you're safe.
Or how about another crazy Disney thing I saw this year? Mickey Mouse isn't copyrighted anymore. It went past its 100-year artist protection, whatever it's called, and now they can other companies can do basically anything they want with the image. I think
that's what I've heard too.
Yeah, it's crazy. They almost. I think it was the day of some company had a horror Disney Mickey Mouse game ready to go on the day it went happen. It was so crazy.
People were just, they're all waiting.
Oh, of course. I thought there was gonna be more around it. It seemed pretty just kind of came and went.
You didn't really heard anything else about it.
Well, if you think about it, so there was. I don't remember where I saw it. I watch way too much content. But Disney got away, but less and less around Mickey being the face of Disney.
Mm-hmm.
It's just everything's Disney now, not Mickey is
right.
Disney, So, which a little bit sets them up for that part of it, but all of it too, that there's just such a large universe of Disney. It's
right.
not Mickey and Minnie just that anymore.
No. No, it's not.
Or even the OG gang and Goofy and all of them, it's like,
right.
But
yeah, you've got, ESPN, you've got all the Pixar, you've got, Hulu's through with Disney Plus now, and it's crazy. They've blown up.
Well, and then they just now, little side story here, but we talked about like all the streaming services coming out, and I'm like, I think I've got like 15 different streaming services. Like I've got Amazon and Netflix and Hulu and Peacock and Paramount, blah, 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 blah. And now they're all starting to merge back together because now it's Disney, Hulu, and ESPN and HBO. Now I can all get in like a one bundle package. And it's just crazy. Like, and then I think Paramount just did something with Universal. Like, it's just like, come on, guys. Like, we're just going right back to where we were. It's just like, I just want the stuff I want to watch.
Right.
I don't want to have a TV package that's 400 channels for the 6 I watch.
No kidding.
But if Comcast could get their shit together and make it a la carte or some version of it. Anyway, I digress per usual. But so we've been all over the place. I know you do a lot. You help people for your free service to anybody that wants to work with you. Free. If you didn't catch that, it's free. Anything else you wanted to cover? Let our people know today.
No, I don't think so. Like I said, I'm always accepting new clients and would love to help some of you all plan your upcoming Disney Universal family vacation.
Love it. Well, Megan, thank you for coming on today. It's been so much fun.
Me.
I have a whole new love to try to get out to Disney now, and I am going to leverage you probably too much for all my vacation planning. But again, guys, thank you for tuning in. If you have a family vacation coming up, at least give Megan a shot. Hear her out. She'll help you out, make your life a little bit easier. And guess what? The service is free. I'll tag, do all the normal things. I'll tag her Instagram, Facebook, email, all that good stuff so you guys can get a hold of her. And until next time, goodbye for now. And that wraps up another episode of Small Business, Big Dreams. Thank you for joining us. Please support us and these incredible small businesses by sharing this podcast with friends, family, and on your social networks. Spreading the word not just helps us grow, but more importantly, supports the dreams of our local entrepreneurs. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast on your favorite platform. But if you have a small business we should hear about, reach out to us on social media or our website. We would love to hear from you. Until next week, I'm your host, Eric Bull. Keep supporting small businesses, and goodbye for now.